did you go? Where did you go to see the cherry blossoms? Somewhere famous or just close to home? Was there a lot of people? Was there a lot of tourists or local people? Was there a lot of tourists or a lot of local people? Tourists. I think this week must be like the busiest week of the year for tourism in Japan, I think, because everyone's coming to see flowers. I didn't go this year. This year I didn't go because it's too busy. I don't like busy. I like quiet. But I went 2 years ago to Yawata, which is really really nice. But then it started really raining. Yeah. And I rode my bicycle there, so I had to ride my bicycle home, which is like 45 minutes in the rain. And when I got home, I could like take my clothes and just like, and water was dripping out of them. But it was really nice because it started raining just as I was leaving, so the flowers were still really nice. It was beautiful. So anyways, all right, today, what are we going to do? Well, quick, let me ask you a question. What is a blended family? Do you remember? Blended family. What's a blended family? Do you forget? Maya, have you got it? What's blended family? Different parents? What do you mean? Mom and dad are different people? Different... who has different parents? The children have different parents, but now into one family. Bingo. Right. What's boomerang? What's a boomerang? What are boomerang children? I couldn't know who's talking. You got the mask on. I don't know who's talking. Come back home, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Come back to the family home after living by themselves or away from home. What's an arranged marriage? Parents decide who the children marry, right? Parents decide who the children marry. Yep. What about nuclear family? What's a nuclear family? This is the easy one. Come on. Nuclear family. You can answer this one with just 3 words. P and C. Parents and children, right? Parents and children are the nuclear family, right? Okay, so we kind of started into this on Friday, right? Talking about marriage. So what we're going to do, that's going to be the topic of today's class, okay? But what we're going to do first is an activity that we haven't done yet. It's a little bit of a warm-up activity to get you thinking, get you writing. Okay? So first, do you have your notebooks? Yes. I see the notebook. Very good. Oh, why is it so dark? Super dark, right? Thanks. How did we think we fixed that one? Can we fix that one? That's really bad because we need this today. This is my first time in this room, so. Can you see it a little bit? Very, very little bit. Wow, that is. I've never had this problem before with projectors, but that's okay. You can see it, right? It's hard. I'll see if I can get this fixed for next week. But that is, yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if we can actually adjust this. I don't think I can adjust the, oh. Only today. All right. So what we're going to be doing is some fluency writing. Do you know what fluency writing is? No? Okay. So then I'll show you, all right? So, what is fluency writing? Well, fluency writing is using the English that you already know to write about a topic, all right? So you're not, you know, checking any words. You're just using the language that you know, okay? You're going to write for 10 minutes. All right? You're going to write for 10 minutes. You're going to write as much as possible. All right? The goal in fluency writing is just to write as much as you can. All right? So for 10 minutes, you write. You don't stop writing. Next. You're going to write as quickly as possible. Right? No dictionary, no eraser. Don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about your spelling. Just do your best to continue writing. And you're just going to put your ideas onto paper. All right? So really, this is very simple. Only you are going to see your writing. I'm not going to see it. Your partners are not going to see it. It's just practice writing for you. Okay? So during the 10 minutes, no dictionary, no eraser, don't check your spelling, don't check mistakes, just write. Okay? After you can check those things. So why do we do it? Basically, it's the best way to improve your writing. Okay? As you guys know, on our tests, on our exams, we have to write answers quickly because we don't have a lot of time. So it's good to practice writing, all right, with a time limit. Because on your final exam, you have to do this. So, basically, you will use the English you know in a practical way. So you're using the language that you already know in a way to discuss the topic. You're going to find out and identify the vocabulary and grammar that you need to learn, right? So you're going to make spelling mistakes, you're going to make grammar mistakes, you're not going to know some vocabulary. But that's okay, because when you're finished, you can check. You can find the words, find the grammar that you need to fix. And of course, I will help you. Okay? It's going to help you start writing more clearly. It's going to increase your writing speed. It's going to build confidence in your writing. You're going to get much more comfortable writing quickly. Trust me. And hopefully, you begin to enjoy it. Maybe, maybe not, but hopefully. So, how do we do fluency writing? Step 1, take everything off your desk except for your notebook, pen, pencil. If you have a drink, you can keep your drink on the table, it's okay, or pencil case. But you don't need any books. Pen, pencil, book. Right? No textbooks, no erasers, no dictionaries. You don't need your cell phone. we're going to write for 10 minutes. Okay? We're going to write for 10 minutes. You're going to write as much as possible. Do not stop to read. Do you have any questions? No? So again, just write, write, write. Please write in paragraph format. Okay? Today's topic is getting married. All right? Getting married. So, all you need to write about is the topic of getting married and marriage. Okay? The questions I put on here, you don't have to answer them. They're just here to help you think of ideas. Okay? So if you're writing and you get stuck, you know, you're writing, what do I write next? Use these questions to help you. Okay? But you don't have to answer them. It's your choice. Just you need to write about marriage and getting married. Okay? So the questions though, why do most people get married? Your opinions, right? Just what do you think? How can someone find a good spouse? Do you know spouse? Anybody know spouse? Really? Spouse equals husband or wife. Okay? Just like sibling means brother or sister, spouse means husband or wife. Okay? So how can someone find a good spouse? What is the ideal age for getting married? Why? Right? So what's the best age to get married? Why? Is that age the same for men and women? Explain. Okay? Next one. Did we talk about a little bit about this on Friday? Why are Japanese people delaying marriage? Why do some people choose to never marry? Okay? I think you know about this topic. We discussed it. It's in the news a lot, right? And last one, why do people get divorced? Why has divorce become more common in Japan? Okay? Do you understand all the questions then? Again, you don't have to answer all these. You don't have to answer any of them. You can, but you don't have to. Okay? So, we're going to write for 10 minutes. When there is 2 minutes left, I will tell you. Okay? So don't stop writing. Just write for 10 minutes. Okay? Ready? Go ahead. Start. All right. So what we'll do now, let's take about 1 or 2 minutes, check any maybe vocabulary you were not sure of, okay? Maybe you can check any grammar you are not sure of. So we'll take 1 or 2 minutes for you to check your work, to find out anything you wanted to know, maybe something you missed, okay? So do that now, take 1 or 2 minutes, and then we're going to have a discussion. Okay? Also, it's a little bit brighter now, but it's not great. But a little bit better. A little bit. All right, so if you check your vocabulary. That's okay. Yeah, if you want to use a dictionary or something to check your vocabulary now, that's no problem. The writing is finished. Just 30 seconds more. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have a 5-minute discussion, okay? You're going to do this in pairs, all right? Just 2 people with the person in front of you, okay? So Haruki will be talking with Asako, for example. Okay? Sorry, Marina, why do I always get you? Sorry. My kryptonite. All right, Asako, I'm sorry. So Marina will be talking with Haruki. All right, so it's going to be a little bit difficult because there's going to be a conversation right beside you, but that's part of what you need to be doing, right? Having that conversation, speaking loud enough that your partner can hear you. Okay? So you're going to have a discussion for 5 minutes. Again, I will time it, and same 5 questions. The 5 questions we just had on the screen, I want you to discuss. Okay? So if we have a 5-minute discussion, basically, you know, that's 1 minute per question. So for each person, you should be speaking about 30 seconds for each question. Okay? Good? So just talk. There's no... You can't complete the conversation. You just have to speak for 5 minutes. Okay? So when the bell goes off, when the alarm goes off, you can stop speaking. Okay? Ooh, very silent. Exciting. Oh, Monday. All right, ready? 5 minutes, begin talking now. Good. Spouse. Spouse. It's good. I think you did a good job. You wrote lots. That's okay. It's just your ideas, right? One thing, good. I would say maybe put a date, just so you know later on, because we're going to do this so many times. Practice. But make sure you got a date on there. Don't be nervous. What? I don't know. Trying to explain to you in English. We could just say like love at first sight. Like we say maybe love at first sight, just from appearance. Love at first sight. Love sight. Right? Same? Yeah.
Why?
"30 seconds. Keep on going. 30 seconds more. Okay, so, couple of quick, this is the first time you've done this, timed writing? Yeah, it's difficult, right? Because, I mean, everything is difficult the first time you do it, right? So what we'll be doing this term, we're going to do this many, many times, all right? We're going to do it a lot, we're going to practice, and then we're always going to have the discussion afterwards, right? So the writing, it helps you to think about the topic so that you have your notes, you have what you thought about in writing, so that after you can have a much easier discussion, okay? And I think, I know, but I think that as the term continues, the amount you write is going to get longer and longer because you're going to get much better at writing quicker. So it's an important skill, and again, you do have timed writing on your final exam, so it is an important, it is an important skill to have. Okay? All right, so that is the end of the timed writing. What we're going to do now is move back into what's in our textbook. So if you guys want to get your textbooks open to page 4. Okay. On page 4, you see this marriage, family, and the home. Right? Marriage, family, and the home. And then under the preparing to read, it says words related to the topic. The title of the text refers to marriage as an institution. Right, so this is our key word for this. Black. Institution. All right, so this is our word that we need to remember, and that's important for this chapter, okay? But as it says next, that this word has many different meanings, okay? So we need to make sure we're looking at the meaning in this context, all right? So under that, it says, for sociologists, it has the following definition. A custom or tradition that has existed for a long time and is accepted as an important part of a particular society. Okay? So a custom or tradition that has existed for a long time and is accepted as an important part of a particular society. All right? Do you understand this? Can you think of any institutions? Right? So something that is a custom or tradition, right? So institution, first thing. Custom or tradition. Long time. And important for society. Okay? So looking at these three things, can you think of something that's an institution? What's something that would be a long time, custom or tradition that's important for society? Well, let's think of it this way. How old are you? You're 19, right? Everyone's 19? Everyone's 20? So, next year, you have a big event. What's your big event next year? Yeah. A little bit louder. What is it? Right. And in English, we would call that coming of age day. Yeah, good. Coming of age day, right? Now, is coming of age day a tradition and custom? Has it happened for a long time? Actually, I don't know. Has it happened for a long time? I don't know. You can say anything. Oh, okay. Is it important for society? It is, because it's important for you to mark that I'm an adult now. Right? It's an important day for you. For everybody, but for you, next year. For the girls, you get to wear the big furry collar, big white collar. Yo. Guys just wear suits, it's okay. But, so we can say that coming of age day and becoming an adult is an institution. In Japan, right? In other countries, maybe not. But it's an institution here, right? So, when you think about this, question 1 here below says, after you have studied the definition, decide if you think marriage is an institution. Well, what do you think? Is marriage an institution? Is marriage a custom or tradition? What do you think? Okay, let's skip that one. Has marriage been happening for a long time? Yeah, I mean, basically, as long as we've had maybe people, or culture, society, we've had marriage, right? Is it important? It's important, right? We make a big deal of it. Everybody comes and sees when it happens. Like, oh, they're getting married. Right? It's important. Is it a custom or tradition? Well, let me ask you this. Is there a traditional Japanese style wedding? Is it traditional? Then it's tradition, right? So, marriage. Does marriage fit the definition of institution? Yeah? Right. It does, right? Marriage is an institution. It's a big part of our culture. It's been happening for a long time. And it's a tradition that most people go through, right? So what I want you to do, you can do it in your groups of 4. Maybe take 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes. I want you to think of some other institutions that we have, other social institutions. Okay? So we have 2. We have marriage, we have your coming of age day. Just kind of think about what are some other institutions. Okay? If you get 1, great. If you get 10, great. Just try to think of some. Okay? Groups of 4. 3 minutes. Okay? Discuss. Well, it might be easier to start at the bottom, right? What are things that are important for society? Having a job, working, okay. Has it been happening for a long time? People have jobs? People have always had jobs, right? I mean, in the past it was probably farmer. But, yeah, people have jobs. This is your job, this is what you do. Sure. I mean, or even graduating from high school, graduating from junior high. Maybe education. Getting an education is an institution, right? It's important because if nobody does it, we're going to have a pretty bad society. It's been happening for a long time. It's tradition, right? How old are you when you start school? When you start in grade 1? 6, right? It's an easy answer. You all agree? Right, because it's tradition, it's custom. We know that at 6 years old we start school. Definitely an institution. Okay, so you got 2. See if you can think of any more. Okay? Do you have any institutions? Tell me. Okay, so we can say maybe like special age celebrations. Yeah, so 3 times 7, for sure. Because they're all kind of related, right? Sure. What else? Well, I just kind of, you're talking with this group here. Let me ask you a question. What do you do when you turn 6 years old? When you turn 6 years old, what do you do now? Right. Everyone does it, right? It's important. We have to get an education, or else society will go. People have been getting an education for a long time. And it's tradition. We not 7, 6, right? Because this is the tradition, this is the custom, right? So education would also be institution, right? Same thing, when do we finish school? Generally, when do you finish? 15? But, I mean, most people finish high school. Most people finish high school, right? How old are you? 17? 18? Right. I mean, that's kind of part of it, right? School. From 6 to 18, we go to school. That's what we do. Some people don't go to university or college, right? So it's kind of a bonus. But going from elementary to high school, that's institution, because not everybody, but 99% of people do it. It's strange if you don't do it. If Chicago went, nah, I need to go to elementary school. Because it's strange, right? So these are what institutions are. These things that we expect kind of, not everyone, most people to participate and do, right? Same thing, not everyone gets married, but most people get married, right? But most people. Think of some more. 1 more minute. Do you have any? Institutions? Ceremonies, right? Right? Ceremonies for everything. It's so much fun. It's always a free meal. It's like, yes. Sure. So, entrance ceremony, graduation ceremony. So, yeah, we can say having ceremonies at these ends is kind of an institution, right? It would be strange if there was no graduation ceremony. We just went, last day. Okay. Here's your time. That'd be very strange, right? Because the institution is that we have a big ceremony, and wear a nice robe, right? Institution. Okay? All right, so. I gotta go to Kyomabu and get this fixed today. This is not good. All right, so I thought of some examples of social institutions, right? You guys all came up with some. They're all very good. I think I have most of them on here. But like, one is having a government, right? Having courts, having the military, having police, having emergency services. These are all institutions, right? Think about police. Is it important for society? Yeah, I think so. Have they been around for a long time?